Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your weekly reading for the sign of Leo for the week of April 13th. And at this time I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed. And for sharing with others, thank you. And of course for all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched and hitting that hype button. That is so very nice of you. Thanks again. And I do really enjoy reading those comments. Thank you. It's nice to know that you take time out of your busy day to let me know that you've enjoyed the readings, they resonated. So you definitely make my week by letting me know that and that you appreciate the reading. So again, I do appreciate you as well. So thank you. All right. Ooh. The Four of Pentacles. So saving for a rainy day. You've been trying to hang on to your finances a little bit more. Trying to get a little more understanding of where to make investments. You have a goal in mind for yourself. Your comfort spot. And you're realizing that, you know, you've had to tighten the purse strings a little bit more lately. And understanding where it is, how to go about it, because you are knowledgeable. Once you decide to do something, it's quite extraordinary how and what lengths you will go to succeed at it. So that's commendable. But this is you understanding your finances much better. You know, like I said, you're tightened your purse strings and you're getting yourself more prepared for your future. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah, look at that. That's very nice. That's abundance, beauty, pleasure, passion. Oof, you got it all. This could be a new romance for some of you. So maybe something's coming in and you're, you know, looking at it with rose-colored glasses. But you're also wise enough from your past teachings to not go too far with that. You know, if this is a relationship, you're looking at what they're saying and what their actions are and comparing the two to see whether it actually is true or not true. So there you go, you know, using your wisdom. This could be a financial gain for some of you. Like money's just starting to become a little more less intense for you. Not that you're spending it all over the place. You're just feeling that it is okay to loosen the purse strings just a little bit to enjoy yourself. And the Page. So there's some good news coming in. Unexpected. Now this may be a message, a phone call, a text message, email, however it comes to you. But it's of some distance in some cases. This could be an opportunity to travel for work somewhere else. Maybe you're getting an invitation to go somewhere. This is an opportunity and potential for growth. But you have already made up your mind in this. Like you thought it over in your head. You know this is a new adventure. You really want to try it, but you're smart enough to know you might need to check this out just a little bit more. You know, maybe there's trying to sell a bag of marbles to you, sort of thing. So good for you for paying attention. And the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely your mind is on your pocket change this week. Trying to figure out how to make some investments. Maybe you've talked to somebody or overheard a conversation and now you're starting to look into that for yourself. Figuring, you know, why not? As long as it stays, you know, and grows at whatever rate, it's still yours. So you're definitely looking into some financial opportunities for your growth in your finances. And this doesn't look like in your job. This is like a side investment. Yeah. And the Two of Cups. So there's a connection coming, you know, a good opportunity that's coming in for you. Now this could be of the friendship kind. This could be of a new beginning in a brand new relationship, just the starting point of it. But you are really finding what it is you're looking for. Like you're really starting to understand what your needs are and admitting them out loud to yourself. And the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, nice. Lucky card, that one. That's the yes card from the universe. You planted the right seeds and here it is. Perhaps you may need to, this may be a small windfall of some kind, and you're decided to, instead of, spending it all in one place, you've taken your own advice and seeking some wisdom, some financial advisors. And this may be people that and so that you take this material gains and turn it into something much more. So that's a really lucky card for finances coming in. Unexpected finances coming in. And the Five of Swords. All right. You've heard some rumors lately. Not ones that you're overly thrilled with. Though you let it slide, you don't forget. And now you're realizing that where you thought you were content and happy per se, it's not quite the fit you had hoped for. So you're keeping a little bit more to yourself now. You're not sharing so much of your home life, your friends, your family, that sort of thing. You're keeping your own inner circles much closer, people you can trust, rely on, and letting the rest just be there but not part of. So you're letting go of some people, places, and things. And the Star card. Nice. New beginnings, new opportunities. Things are starting to mix much easier in your life. There seems to be much more calm about you and your surroundings. This is a renewal, spiritual, as well as just a renewal in your faith in humanity again and yourself. And these are good omens. The future's looking pretty good here for you. Financially wise and happiness. So you're a little more content than you thought you were going to be. You're starting to realize that it doesn't take, a mountain to make you happy. Oh, the Justice. Well, there looks like there's going to be a new contract coming in for some of you. Now, this could be a settlement as well. Then that's definitely a contract. Maybe there's been something in your past, somebody owed you some money, maybe you lent some, however it came about, and now you're trying to get it back. You lent it in good faith, it's hard to get it back, so you decided to do it legally. This could also be a contract for a new job. They want you to stick around, I don't blame them, so maybe they're asking you, or this could be a signing bonus for some of you. But it is, cause and effect. And it's going to be in your best interest. Although you are hesitating a bit about this, but you also can see the opportunity. You're not going to miss this opportunity. Yeah, the Page of Cups. Definitely good news coming in. Unexpected. And like I said earlier, this could be like a romance. Somebody's got a crush on you. And that's not unexpected, actually. You Leos have a lot of people that really are drawn to you because you just have that about yourself. And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. You just have that charisma and people are attracted to that. But if this is romance, it's quite flattering. They might be a little bit younger than you and they're acting kind of silly because they're not quite sure how to get your attention. But you're okay with it. Or this could be just somebody literally just offering you some help. They got a few more answers, a little more breaks in life, and they actually know a little bit more than you, and they want to see you content. So they're willing to share. The 10 of Wands. So definitely learning to walk away from things. Finally allowing yourself to breathe a little bit, not so heavy all the time. Because you keep taking on the burdens because you want things to be a certain way, but you're starting to realize that it is now becoming too heavy of burdens for yourself. You need to relax a little bit more, take care of your health, change your direction of how you're approaching a lot of things. And you're finally allowing yourself and admitting it's the smartest move for you. So that is good to see you move away from that. You are really starting to pick a new path, a more content and happy one. Yeah, the Six of Wands. Finally getting your own recognition. People are starting to realize, instead of other people getting credit for your stuff, they're finally realizing, hey, this guy over here is the one who did it. You put in time, energy, and effort, and behind the curtains, you don't always just show others. You're not trying to show up anybody. When you lend a hand or help somebody, it's you just doing that because you care. You're not looking for anything in return, and people are starting to realize that and acknowledge that characteristic about you. Yeah, the Temptress. See? Balance. Things are really starting to balance for you this week. There's more harmony. You're feeling more calm. You're not so stressed. Something has just fallen off your shoulders, a weight of some kind. You found a different way to approach things, and it is really helping you to relax, take care of yourself, your health. And once you start to swing in that direction, you're going to really understand what your next move is for yourself. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. See, you help others. You're not so much a taker, but you're learning to, take that step back a little bit. Nobody's trying to hurt your pride when somebody comes in to offer you help, because you help others. This is them trying to figure out how to give you a hand. And you're starting to realize that they're not saying that you can't do it. They just want to be around you. They want to help you. Maybe you're doing some yard work this week and, somebody stops over for a coffee, and as you're trying to get, this last little bit done, they, roll up their sleeves and chip in, sort of thing. And you're learning to understand that that's okay. It's hard for you to do that, it looks like. For as few of you anyhow. And karma. See, this is your universe helping you. Step out into the light and allow things to flow more naturally to yourself. Don't push it away, because it's coming in one way or the other. And you're starting to realize that it's actually, showed up on your door because it's actually meant for you. So it's hard for you, though. It really is. It looks like you're having a pretty rough time mentally wise to accept help from others instead of always giving. But you're slowly letting that wall down. But though it's not an easy one for you to do, you are finding your way through it. All right, the Eight of Rods. Looks like there's some sort of decision that is coming around for you, an opportunity of some sort. And it's going to require that you make almost like a snap decision, and you don't like doing that. But you're starting to realize that this may be the one that you have to do that. So you may have to give up something in order to achieve this. And that's hard for you to do sometimes, but you're realizing that it's okay. Things will get better. Just breathe a little bit and things will calm down and flow in much easier. Yeah, and see the Hermit card. So I'm sorry about the phone in the background. I need a door in my bedroom. But anyhow, here it is. This is the Hermit card. You're taking a time out for yourself, resting, relaxing. It's understanding that something in your life needs to calm down a little bit before you make much more big decisions. You're spending a little bit more time alone, just doing some homework for yourself. There's a question that you want the answer with. Though you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you're heading in the right direction, you still have questions. So you're taking that time, precious time, for yourself. Yes. And the Seven of Pentacles. Definitely feeling more calm. Finding your finances are starting to develop, gain more. You're making some good moves. This could be a wage hike in a job that you are doing. This could be some bank accounts. Maybe you've made some investments. And you're starting to see that they are really going to go in the right direction for yourself. So that's good. All right. And your oracle card. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. And now, ain't that the truth? All right. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.